Hello again, everyone. This is Collocations Part 7. This is the 7th video in my collocation series, and like the others, I'll present 5 commonly used collocations to you numbered 31 to 35. But first, I'll give you the opportunity to guess the appropriate word or words to complete each one. Then, I'll give you the answers and provide an additional example for each one. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, let's go! Number 31. And the answer here is B, safe, a safe bet. And the example reads, the political party was looking for a safe bet for the next election. Okay, a safe bet is what we call a sure thing, or even a sure bet. That's also used a lot as a collocation. Let's see, a close bet, a secret bet, those two don't quite work for this kind of a situation. So safe bet, that's our collocation. Here's another example. I know the person who is interviewing her for the new job opening very well, and I spoke to him about her. So it's a safe bet that she will get the job. All right, a safe bet, this is a sure thing. Again, this is going to happen, okay? If it's a safe bet, it's going to happen. All right, and that's what happened in our example. Okay, here's number 32. And the answer here is ingenious, B. An ingenious device. And the example reads, he became very wealthy after he invented an ingenious device for cleaning floors. Now, ingenious means very clever, or something that's skillfully made or skillfully planned with new ideas. And that's what happened in our example. We're talking about how this person invented or created this device that cleaned floors. Now, could we use the other two examples or choices here? Possibly, but ingenious device, that's used the most. Okay, that's the most common. Here's another example. The iPhone was an ingenious device invented by Apple. I think we can all agree that the iPhone was an ingenious device, right? Very, let's say, skillfully made. And it was very cleverly made also by Apple. Okay, so you get what an ingenious device is. And now for number 33. And the answer here is B, abundant, an abundant harvest. And the example is, we had an abundant harvest last fall for the first time in more than a decade. All right, an abundant harvest, this means that there's an abundant amount or a large amount of something that was harvested. It's used a lot. We can also say that it was more than enough, an abundant amount of something. The other two, king size and wide, I guess they mean a lot, but an abundant harvest, that's our collocation. Here's another example. We had an abundant harvest this year, and it enabled us to buy a lot of new farm equipment. All right, the harvest was so good that they were able to buy new farm equipment with the profits that they made from this. Okay, that's an abundant harvest. That's what it means. Used a lot. Okay, here's number 34. The answer here is A, booming. A booming industry, and the example is, the country's booming cell phone industry helped it become a powerful player in the worldwide cell phone market. Now, if an industry is booming, it's very successful, a booming industry, or you could even say very prosperous industry, booming, and that's what made this country a powerful player in the market. All right? Now, a bombing cell phone or a fizzling, they don't work. Okay, so a booming industry, used quite often. Here's another example. with many booming industries in the city, all of its real estate is now very expensive. All right, because of this prosperous industry, their industries are very prosperous, very successful. Real estate around there is very expensive. Okay, that's how it works. All right, so a booming industry, very successful. And now our final collocation, number 35. And the answer here is C, first aid. A first aid kit, used very often, very, very common. The example is, you never know what might happen when you take a long trip. So it is prudent that you carry a first aid kit in your car. All right, now let's see here. A health treatment kit. I guess it means the same thing. An aftercare kit? Kind of. All right. But we just don't use them like that. First aid kit is used a lot. Okay, very, very common. Here's another example. A well-stocked first aid kit is essential when planning for a natural disaster. Yes, a well-stocked kit, meaning that everything is in there that you need to help somebody if they're hurt in a natural disaster, like, let's say, a hurricane or an earthquake. All right, you got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, and please like and share the video if you get a chance. And remember what I always say, keep practicing! See you next time.